Settlers of Catan is one of my all-time favorite Euro tabletop games. In the last video, I explained good strategies around placing those first two settlements at the beginning of the game, and honestly, those tips alone are probably enough to get you to win the majority of your Settlers of Catan games. So this video is really just adding to that. And I'm specifically going to talk about like mid-game and late-game stuff. All in all, you add these two videos together and you will be unstoppable. That way, everyone can hate you. Now keep in mind I'll be showing you how to win Catan in this video. If you want to know how to play, make sure you just go read a rulebook and then come back to this video. So to start, I've found that oftentimes settling on a variety of numbers instead of just high probability numbers can actually be a very powerful strategy, particularly in the late game. I see people get super bent out of shape when like 6s are never getting rolled and that 10 keeps getting rolled because they're not settled on a 10, they're settled on a high probability 6. But if you diversify the numbers that you're on, it doesn't matter what's rolled, you'll be picking up resources. Some of my best games are when I'm settled on just about every number, so no matter what happens, I'm collecting stuff. Next, try not to draw too much attention to yourself. If people see you're winning, they're less likely to trade with you, they're more likely to pick on you, try to block you off, rob you, so you don't want attention. Don't be shy about calling attention to other people to kind of get that heat off of you. When you're trading resources, ask what your opponents want first instead of just asking what you want. So for example, you might say, who would like some brick? And then people who are interested in the resource you're trying to get rid of will offer you resources, and you can oftentimes get a better feel for what's available to you when you trade with that kind of communication instead. And in the end, the trade is up to you, you just got better information. And it made people feel more like you're a giving person than a taking person. So you're more likable, I suppose. Also, you should try not to trade on other people's turns. Resources are worth more to you when it's your turn and you're able to spend them, and you're honestly less likely to make a trade that's bad. Don't ignore the power of development cards. While you can often win without them, sometimes they're definitely the most optimal thing you can do, especially if your resources align with development cards. After all, largest army is 2 whole points. And cards like Monopoly and Road Building can give you some crazy powerful turns, and you didn't have to risk having tons of resources that might get robbed if a 7 is rolled. And there's always those hidden victory points that sometimes you can draw if you get lucky. I've actually seen people steal a win right at the end by drawing that victory point. Another pretty cool strategy to use is combining cities with trade on the coast. So for example, if you've got a city on wood and you have the wood trade, every time you collect 2 wood, that's basically a free resource of any type. If you win a lot of games against the same people, try switching up the color you play as. People can start associating a specific player with the bad guy, you being the bad guy because you keep winning. And it's this little psychological game where you choose a color that's usually the underdog and people don't anticipate you winning, so they don't bully you so much. But I get it if you have to play as blue. Whatever. So there you have it. Those are my gameplay strategies for Catan. What strategies do you use? Let me know in the comments. Or don't, so nobody can copy you and you can keep winning with your super secret strategies. I don't really care.